I've lost count of how many times I've stumbled in life. Some were light missteps, like tripping over a stone. Others felt like falling into a dark abyss with no way out. But if I had to choose one moment that changed my life forever, it would be the fall I had at the age of 28. That age when people say you're no longer young, but not yet wise. I used to be ambitious. After graduating, I turned down a stable government job like my parents hoped for and started a tech startup with a few friends. We were passionate, hungry for success, and honestly quite naive. Back then, I believed that success was just a matter of time. Failure, that was for other people. In the first year, we worked day and night, slept on office desks, lived on instant noodles. Small contracts helped us get by, and we were all convinced that our day would come. But that day never came. In the second year, debts piled up, investments dried out, one partner left, the others started doubting each other. By the third year, we shut the company down. I returned to my hometown with nearly 300 million VND in debt and a heart shattered in pieces. At that time, I didn't want to see anyone. I lost all belief in myself. I couldn't even look my parents in the eye. Night after night, I lay in bed, wondering if disappearing from this world would be easier. My biggest fear wasn't the debt, it was the feeling of being useless, like all my efforts had been in vain. My father, a quiet man, didn't say much. One day he handed me a piece of paper and said, "Read this." It was an old poem. No one bathes twice in the same river, but the river still flows, and we must move forward. For to stand still is to die. I didn't understand it fully, but something stirred inside me. That evening, I took a walk around the rice fields. The golden sky glowed with the setting sun, and cicadas sang loudly. For the first time in months, I felt a little lighter. I asked myself, why am I choosing to give up? I began to rewrite the plan for my life. No more big dreams, no more fantasies, just simple goals. Find a job, pay off debt, rebuild myself. I applied for a sales position at a small computer shop in the city. The salary barely covered basic expenses, but I worked like a soldier. In the evenings, I studied programming, read books, exercised. I set tiny goals: save 1 million VND a month, complete one online course each week, wake up at 5 a.m. daily. A year passed. I paid off part of my debt, learned new skills, and most importantly, I no longer felt useless. Then one day, my boss asked, "Would you like to lead a small project? I think you have potential." For the first time in years, I wasn't afraid. I said yes. That small project, developing a basic business software, was a turning point. I led a team of 3. The project succeeded. My boss rewarded me with 20 million VND. I used it all to pay off my debts. And for the first time, my mother's eyes no longer looked worried. But the greatest reward wasn't the money. It was the faith I regained in myself. I realized that our value doesn't lie in shiny achievements. It lies in our ability to stand back up after falling. A former friend once told me, "Life never knocks anyone down forever unless they choose not to rise." That quote still stays with me. Every time I see someone lost in despair, I remember who I used to be, the guy who once thought of ending his life because of a failed business. And I feel the urge to tell my story. Not to boast, but to remind them anyone can rise again, as long as they don't give up on themselves. I started writing a blog, sharing my recovery journey. Surprisingly, many people read it and sent me heartfelt messages. Some said it stopped them from making terrible decisions. Others said they were inspired to keep trying, even if they felt like failures. Every message felt like a small fire warming my soul. Now I'm 34. I'm not rich, but I'm happy. I have a stable job, a small family, and a heart that has learned to love itself. Most importantly, I'm no longer afraid of failure. Because I now understand, every fall is a chance to rise again, stronger and wiser. Life isn't made for the perfect. It's made for those who learn from their wounds and dare to move forward, even if just one small step each day. If you're tired, if you feel lost, give yourself a chance. Stand up, keep going. Don't wait for someone to save you, because you are the only one who can save yourself. Final words: rising up doesn't happen overnight. It's a long journey, full of tears, sweat, and unanswered questions. But trust me, every time you choose not to give up, you're winning a silent battle within. And one day, you'll look back and smile. I once fell, but I stood back up.